All right, welcome back to Reprogram Online. Today we're going to do a scapular conditioning series. There's going to be 6 videos, 6 levels that will take you through a progressively more increasingly difficult exercise to condition and strengthen the scapula in all the ranges of motion. We've got protraction, retraction, depression, and elevation. And I want to preface this with ideally, I would ideally like you to complete all mobility exercises on the mobility assessment on the website first before engaging these exercises. It's really important that you have the adequate mobility necessary so that you can benefit from these exercises, and that you don't, if you don't pass a mobility assessment, or if you have mobility restrictions and you're tight in the shoulder girdle, maybe you have injury or a bit of pain, these are likely to compromise that joint, okay? It likely could make them worse and you won't benefit at all, okay? And you just get more frustrated. So please make sure you do the mobility assessment first. Go to the website, www.reprogramonline.com. It's free. Take the mobility assessment. Once you are cleared, then you can benefit maximally and efficiently from these exercises I'm about to give you, all right? So the reason we're doing this is because the scapula is the primary engine for the shoulder girdle. So this movement here is where your power for your press and your pull comes from. If we don't have any good mechanics in the scapula, we don't have good mechanics going down through the appendicular, the arms, okay? So we can't deliver that power and we can't benefit from the exercises that we want to get that potential from, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and do the first level, and we're gonna go, and that is the scapular push-up and the scapular rows, horizontal. Also, you may have seen these as a rehabilitationary type exercise. Do not count them as that. This is not what they are for today. Sometimes we may use them as that as physical therapists or strength and conditioning coaches, but I really want to preface this with that this is not necessarily the ideal exercise that will get your scapula working again. If you're suffering like winging scapula or shoulder impingement, don't discard that. You're better off doing the mobility assessment first, gaining the necessary mobility so that you can perform these properly, okay? And we're going to take you through those right now. All right, so here we go. First level, horizontal scapular press. So we're working scapular protraction, okay? And again, you might have seen this in some rehabilitatory techniques like to prevent scapular winging or to strengthen the scapula up, but it will not do that if you have not got the necessary mobility to allow the muscles to activate properly to benefit from this exercise, okay? You must make sure you have the mobility work done first. Right, here we go. So, hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. I personally like to turn the hands out a bit, so like kind of like a first fingers facing like a 1 o'clock and a 11 o'clock position. You are going to keep the elbows deadlock straight. There is no bending of the elbows at all. We are purely isolating in this range of motion. So you're going to get into a front support position, okay? Glute squeeze, and you're going to basically lower yourself down into that scapular range of motion. So the goal is to try and touch those scapular bones together behind you and then push back up, okay? So come down, press right back up. And I also like to see a bit of thoracic flexing at the top as well to really get that scapular spread. Down, squeeze together, big up at the top, all right? Down, okay? And what we're doing is we're stretching out the serratus anterior, the muscle that actually allows the scapula to glide underneath. On the scapular push-ups, we are strengthening it in the shortened position, but remember, we're actually loading it as we eccentrically move through that scapular plane. The serratus anterior is eccentrically contracting, okay? We're working at negative, which means it's lengthening. So we're getting that mobility to allow the shoulders to retract more, which is going to really help our posture, all right? So once you've done I generally like to do sets of 10 to 15 on all of these. Again, it's just sort of basic conditioning work. The advanced stuff comes when you actually implement the pressing and the pushing as well. So once you've done the scapular horizontal press work, we need to balance that out by actually activating the muscles of the back. So we've got that extra mobility, we've stretched that serratus anterior. Now we want to activate the trapezius, the rhomboids, a bit of lats to actually start integrating that scapula, the upper back, mid-back muscles in the thoracic region, okay? And that is going to help bring that chest up and bring the shoulders back, okay? So we're going to couple that with a row. So ideally, I would have my feet up on a bench here, but I don't have a bench, so I'm going to basically get as horizontal as I can, and it's going to look like this. So I'm on the rings, basically getting a nice sort of extended position, and big stretch on the scapula here, and I'm basically, all I'm going to do is retract as hard as I can, and then bring down. Retract, come back down, big stretch, retract, pause at the top, big squeeze, and then come back down for a big stretch. All right? And that is the level 1 of the scapular conditioning series. See you tomorrow.
Hi there, I'm Andrew Graham, founder of the Reprogram Online, and if you're here, it's likely because you are feeling the frustration of a body that just isn't performing the way it used to. Maybe it's a nagging joint pain, the frequent injuries, or the simple truth that despite all your efforts, you're not seeing the results you desire. As a busy professional, I understand how valuable your time is. You want a body that not only performs well, but one that you can enjoy and that you know is capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Yet, finding the right path in today's fitness industry is like navigating an untamed jungle of misinformation, quick fixes, and empty promises, often leaving you frustrated or worse. That's why I created the Reprogram, a comprehensive training system designed to not only build a strong, athletic physique, but to do it in a way that prioritizes injury prevention, joint health, and longevity. By merging concepts from physical therapy and strength and conditioning, the Reprogram targets and alleviates the very issues that are keeping you from moving forward. Starting with our free mobility assessment, we will identify these issues, as well as your potential risk of injury, and design your training program based on your results. You see, many people think they need more, but often what they really need is better. It's not about lifting the heaviest weight or doing endless reps. It's about focusing on what truly matters so that you can build a body that's not only aesthetic, but resilient. A body that works with you, not against you. The Reprogram is built for men who understand that their body is their most valuable asset and who refuse to let joint pain and past injury dictate their future. Using the 3-stage training system, you'll regain your mobility, correct muscle imbalances, and improve your posture, all with minimal equipment. I mean, imagine a life where you're not just managing pain, but actually eliminating it and getting stronger every day. Believe me, I understand the frustration of trying to stay active when your body seems to resist every step. But with the right approach, that frustration can quickly turn into fuel for change. The Reprogram is designed to respect your time and deliver results in a way that actually teaches you about your body. So, are you ready to break the cycle and unlock your potential? Then I invite you to start your journey today. Remember, this is about you, investing in your future, your health, your quality of life. Click the Get Started button to begin your free mobility assessment. I'm Andrew Graham, and I'm here to help you banish pain, optimize mobility, and unleash strength one step at a time. Let's get started.